if one simple engine changed the sound of the road forever? Welcome to Vintage Vehicle X-Ray, where old machines come back to life, one story at a time. Have you ever wondered what's really inside a 1932 Ford Flathead V8? Not just the polished badge, not just the shape of the car, not just the sound people still remember, but deep inside, where that sound began. Because this was not just another old engine. This was a turning point. When Ford introduced the Flathead V8 in 1932, it changed what ordinary people could expect from a car. Until then, V8 power was usually something more expensive, more distant, more out of reach. But Ford found a way to bring V8 power into a mass-market car, and that changed everything. And that is what makes this engine so special. It was powerful for its time, but that is not the whole story. It was simple. It was reachable. It was something people could dream about and actually own. That mattered, because once an engine like this becomes affordable, it stops being a luxury. It becomes part of everyday life. And from that moment on, the road began to feel different. So let us slow down now and take a careful look inside. At the center of the Ford Flathead V8 is the block. Heavy, compact, and deeply important. Why? Because Ford's breakthrough was not just that it built a V8. Others had done that before. The breakthrough was that Ford cast the crankcase and cylinder banks as a single piece. That one-piece construction helped cut cost and complexity, and it is one of the main reasons this V8 could be offered in a low-priced car. That may sound like a small detail, but it was not small at all. It was the difference between an engine for a few and an engine for many. Inside that block are 8 cylinders. That is where the name V8 comes from. 4 on one side, 4 on the other, set in a V shape. And inside each cylinder, there is a piston. Now picture those pistons moving. Up, down, again and again. In carefully timed sequence. Not wild, not chaotic, measured, purposeful. Each piston doing its part, each stroke adding to the next. And that is how the engine builds its power. The original 1932 version displaced 221 cubic inches and produced about 65 horsepower. Today, that may not sound like a huge number, but in a low-priced American car of the early 1930s, it was a major step forward. But let us stay inside the engine for a moment. How does the power begin? With a very old and very elegant process. Fuel enters. Air joins it. The mixture moves into the cylinder. Then the piston rises, compressing that mixture into a smaller space. Pressure builds. Everything prepares for one small moment. Then comes the spark. The spark plug ignites the mixture. A controlled burst pushes the piston downward, and that downward movement becomes force. The piston is connected to the crankshaft, and the crankshaft turns that up and down motion into rotation. That rotation is what eventually turns the wheels. Simple, clear, beautiful. And that is one reason old engines like this are still so loved. You can follow the story. Fuel, air, compression, spark, motion. You do not need a computer screen to imagine it. You can almost see it happening in your mind. Now, here is another part of the Flathead story. This engine is called a flathead because it is a side valve, or L-head, design. The valves sit in the block beside the cylinders rather than up in the head, which helped keep the engine low, simple, and compact. And that matters more than it may first seem, because this design gave the engine a certain personality. The top of the engine looked flatter, cleaner, less crowded. It was not trying to impress anyone with complexity. It was trying to work. And work it did. Ford's Flathead V8 remained in production for more than 2 decades, and it became one of the company's most important engines. It was popular not only because it gave ordinary buyers V8 performance, but also because its layout made it inviting to mechanics, modifiers, and later hot rodders. That is part of the reason this engine has such a long shadow. It did not only serve drivers in its own day. It kept living in garages, in workshops, on dry lakes, on back roads. People kept taking it apart, learning from it, improving it, listening to it. And that is often the sign of a truly important engine. Not just that it sold well, but that people kept caring about it. Now let us go a little deeper. Inside the engine, timing is everything. The pistons cannot simply move whenever they want. The valves have to open at the right time. The spark has to arrive at the right moment. The crankshaft and camshaft have to work in rhythm. And when they do, the engine comes alive. That rhythm is the hidden heartbeat of any old engine. But in the Ford Flathead V8, it feels especially memorable. Why? Because it gave people something they had not heard often at that price. The sound of a V8. Not a luxury car somewhere far away. Not a machine only a wealthy buyer could reach. But a Ford. A car that put V8 sound and V8 feeling into ordinary American life. Ford itself describes the Flathead as the first commercially successful affordable V8, while the Henry Ford describes it as the world's first low-priced, cast-in-one-piece V8. That is why the title of this video is not an exaggeration. This engine really did change everything. Not because it was the most powerful V8 ever made, not because it was the most advanced, but because it changed access. It changed expectation. It changed what people thought a common car could be. And once that happens, history moves. Now think for a moment about the early 1930s. The world was not easy. Money was tight. Life was heavy for many families. And into that moment came a Ford that offered something bold. A V8. That had emotional power. Not just mechanical power. It meant ordinary people could buy something that felt exciting. Something with presence. Something with dignity. That is one reason the Flathead V8 is remembered with such warmth. It was not only an engine. It was a promise. A promise that advanced engineering did not always have to stay expensive. A promise that performance and everyday life could meet. And that promise stayed alive for years. Now, was the Flathead perfect? No. No old engine is. The design had limits, especially around cooling and breathing, because of the way the valves and exhaust passages were arranged in the block. But even that became part of its legend, because people learned its strengths, learned its weaknesses, and learned how to live with it and improve it. That is another kind of greatness. Not flawless design, but a design people understand deeply enough to work with. And that understanding creates affection. If you have ever stood beside an old Ford Flathead while it idles, you know what that affection sounds like. It does not sound sterile. It does not sound distant. It sounds alive. A little rough, perhaps. A little warm. A little mechanical. But honest. Very honest. And that honesty is part of why it still feels special now. Because the Flathead belongs to a time when machines were easier to read. You could open the hood and begin to make sense of what you saw. You could imagine the pistons, the spark, the rhythm, the turning crankshaft. You could feel close to the machine. That closeness is easy to miss today. Modern engines can be remarkable, but many are hidden, covered, sealed, filtered through systems you cannot see. The Ford Flathead V8 comes from another age, an age when engineering could still feel personal. And when we look inside it now, we are not just seeing iron, pistons, and valves. We are seeing a moment when the automobile changed direction. A moment when V8 power stepped down from a higher shelf and entered ordinary life. That is why this engine mattered. That is why it still matters. Because when people ask what changed the road, sometimes the answer is not a whole car. Sometimes it is the engine inside. The 1932 Ford Flathead V8. A simple shape. A bold idea. A one-piece block. 8 cylinders. 65 horsepower. And a sound that would echo for decades. That is what was inside. Not just motion. Not just metal. But a new kind of possibility. And that is why it changed everything.